This is my second World Cup. I joined just after the last World Cup, and obviously seen huge amounts of growth from 4 years ago. And each major tournament that comes along every couple of years, we see huge amounts of growth, and the industry changes a lot as well. So we have to keep up with that, and as we currently are, we're sort of really leading the way in the industry. So yeah, it's a great time to be around the office. The buzz is absolutely unbelievable, and everyone sort of really pulls together. We're a business that are really great at focusing on events, and there's none bigger than the World Cup. It is the biggest sporting event on the planet, and even though England haven't been that successful over the last few tournaments, we still sort of really pull together and get together as a team, and it's an awful lot of fun, to be honest, a hell of a lot of fun. Well, I think a lot of the time you're really busy in the build-up, so actually there's an element where you can almost calm down slightly from a PR perspective during the tournament. So there'll be quite a lot of radio interviews and Facebook Live and various pieces to camera. Obviously a lot of the content and the PR activity we do now is generated through social, so that'll be a big focus. But prior to the tournament, we've done some really exciting stuff. There's a big focus on sort of this voyage of discovery that we go through during the World Cup. So you'll find yourself watching the tournament, and there'll be a left back from Peru who you weren't aware of, and all of a sudden the club you support in England have been linked with them. Or there'll be some Iceland at the last major tournament. You know, they were a lovely surprise package. I can think of Cameroon in previous World Cups. So one of the big enjoyable things about a tournament like the World Cup is you go on this journey of discovery. So we've also done a little bit of digging into, I suppose, our own makeup, and it transpires that the average British citizen is only about 36% British. So we've gone away and we've worked with some really high profile English footballers, legends of English football, and we've got them to conduct DNA tests to find out just how English or how British they really are. I can't divulge the results yet, but hopefully you'll see some of those soon. But that's been really exciting and really fun, and just gives a nice unique slant on this tournament, and I suppose something that Sky Betting and Gaming do really, really well. At a time when all of our competitors are making a lot of noise, we always try and do something that's a little bit disruptive and stands us out from the competition. I suppose the big benefit for Leeds is, and us being based in Leeds, it's demonstrated in the growth of the company. We clearly have the ability to attract great talent, and I think one interesting aspect is obviously we're growing in other territories in the world as well now. Germany, Italy, to name a couple. Sadly, Italy aren't at the World Cup, something that pulls at my heartstrings. But so you're going to have this nice interesting aspect of some of the other countries and other nationalities that work within our business that approach tournaments maybe slightly differently to the way the English do. I think generally for Leeds city centre and the local economy, major sporting events and specifically World Cups are good. People go out more, people socialise. Sky Betting and Gaming are no different to that. No doubt there'll be plenty of socialising, and I suppose the one thing everybody really would love to see is England doing well in the tournament. And I think there's a chance. I don't think England will win the tournament, but I think pride might be restored at this competition, and that can only be a good thing, because when the country are doing well at football, everybody has a bit more of a smile on their face, a spring in their step, and I think that's influenced in the way we'll work, and I think the way the city will work, and the way people go and socialise. It's great, to be honest. I'm not from Leeds, but I've lived here 8 years now. It's ideally located, very central, close to a lot of other big cities and places that you need to get to. And I think certainly from not solely around the World Cup, but certainly our EFL sponsorship, a sponsorship that means we touch 72 other football clubs. To be based in Leeds, it's a good location. You're within about an hour and a half of, I'd argue, probably about 50 to 60% of the teams that we deal with.